driving to a meeting right now. We have some decent weather. It is in late February. It's late for us to be harvesting corn, especially around now. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get done. No, this way. And I'll see you guys later. Back of the farm. Pulling in now. We got some tillage to get done, so I'm actually gonna drive on the field and oh yeah, it's a bit muddy. Do donuts here. It's quite muddy out, but we got some tillage to get done. So I'm gonna hop into the tractor, get started, and call Jim up to see if the corn's gonna be going down there. It seems to be doing all right, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, it's definitely going. It's a bit muddier over here, but we'll check the oil and see what happens. Jim, I'm heading up your way. If you want to stay in that combine, I'll be there in just a second, and we'll switch out and open up these few rows. And 4. So I've been asked a lot about what map I do these farms on. I have switched over. I used to do the Michigan map, and I have switched over to the Iowa Plains view map. So if you guys are curious of what map I am using, it's the Iowa Plains. I've obviously changed a few things with the grain bins, but we won't go from there. What I decided to do was to make life a lot easier and buy some seed while I could. So we aren't going to be selling any more corn, only because this is a high moisture corn than what we normally harvest. This is 35% moisture. We'd like to harvest at 17, 20, 26%. Anything above really 26%, it becomes like cereal and it mushes and it's awful. This newer combine is a 2018 John Deere S780. This is something I bought brand new, and you can see it's muddy on the tires and it's muddy on the head. And so I'm gonna go ahead. I have this lovely portable power wash, and we're just gonna clean it up once this is done unloading. Get this all nice and clean. It is pretty dangerous, you know, when you're up here on the head. But we're getting it done. Clean the combine up a little. It's very muddy out. You can see there's some wear and tear on this. This is a used header, but it's not that bad. It just looks that bad. We'll clean this up a little. We'll hop back in the combine and we'll get the day started. Corn harvest continues. Even though it's in February, it's after New Year's. Happy New Year's. Okay. Alright, Jim, I'm gonna start opening up this field. There is only some stones in this field, not a whole lot, not enough to be concerned. But we're checking the yield map, we're seeing what our averages are and stuff, and it's pretty good in some spots. Other spots I would be concerned, but especially being this late in the year, I'm not that really concerned. This early in the year, I'm not concerned about the yield. I just want to get this field knocked out so we can go ahead and plant soybeans into it. This would be a vertical till state, so we'll run the whatever that tillage thing is that he has. We'll run out and we'll see what a job it does on this field once I finish up harvest. Now, we only have a few more acres to get done. I'm right now just opening up the field with headlands, but once I finish up this, good portion of the field with headlands, we'll get right onto tillage with it. I'll run the 9570R on it, and we'll just get right on it. But it's fun, we have a lot going on, but I'll see you guys when we get in the middle of the field. But right now, I'm just gonna open up the headlands and get done. All I have to do is just do about 3 more passes up here, and we'll be good. We'll call it a day. Just kidding. We're not done. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And so we got that little field in the back. We got this field we're getting done. This is awesome. And all I have to do is be the guy who drives the combine. Jim's in green cart. We got some people running the trucks. I don't know. We may go directly to the grain elevator. But I think right now we're just going to have LP running into the grain dryer. And we'll just keep that grain dryer going. I think it's the best solution. I just need to make sure I can get a truck in here. If I can. If I'm able to get a truck in here. Last row. And the headlands are done. For half the field. The other half of the field we won't worry about, but I'll go directly in the middle. We'll get some harvest done. So I'm probably going to be asked this, and I can already see it coming with the comments and everything. Could be questioning me. What am I gonna do money-wise? I am in a big financial state of struggling money. I somehow was able to borrow $100,000. I didn't cheat. I was able to, borrow a little bit more of $100,000. That being said, I still owe $3 million. Now, I got $102,000 from profit, which is not bad from a lot of truckloads from that one field. But I'm right now in a state to where I have to get not only this field knocked out and sold, but I gotta sell some equipment. And so what I am thinking of doing, which will hurt my heart, is to get rid of this brand new combine. And I'm going to trade it in. I'm gonna sell it for a certain amount of money. So the 50 series combine is what I'm looking at. It's 132. This combine, if I were to sell it, is 188. So if I were to trade this in, you can pretty much do the 188,000 minus 132,000, and I would get $56,000 in return. So even though I would sell this combine for a high price, for 180 something, 188, and buy another one for 132, even though it's used, sort of, I'm only getting pretty much $52,000 back, which isn't bad for a trade deal. It's basically me selling and buying. So I'm really not getting a full 180. I'm getting just $52,000 back. That being said, though, that also means I'm going to trade in the header. So 69,000 versus, try to remember what the bean head costs. There's a lot of trade value that comes in handy, but I would probably trade that one for the $69,000 to $35,000. So I'll get like $30-some odd thousand back. So I will be getting money back, but once again, I'm also thinking of buying another grain cart. I'm thinking of buying this Avalanche. This is $188,000, $118,000. Money I don't have, but this is a really good cart. I probably don't know if I'll go with the tracks or not. I'll probably stick with just the Michelin tires. They work really well. and I can go like that, and I can make it, you know, something like that. That's what works really well on the farm. Now, aside from everything, Jim and Say come over here and we'll unload on the go. I'll show you guys how I do that, and we'll get combining. But I'll see you guys when I unload. Come on, Jim. You got this. Unloading on the go with this brand new combine. I'm putting in a lot of hours on it, and as the time gets closer with this of me selling it, I probably won't get the $50,000 back. I'll probably get like half of that. I still probably getting money back anyways, but because of the use I have this for, I have a lot more hours on it. It's just not going to be a high value. This is also a newer combine than a 2000 series, a 2000 9750 that I'm thinking of buying. So, in reality, no, I would probably not at all be getting, you know, as good of a combine at the end. But I'll have enough money to where I can buy seed and fertilizer, I can spray the fields, hire workers. I was lucky enough to buy the seed, and I have plenty of seed now for the fields, I think. And I also got myself a nice handy dandy fuel trailer. I got myself, not fuel trailers, but a, this. And this. So I have a tank that holds 40,000 liters, so I don't know how many gallons. And it holds not only water, but it holds liquid fertilizer, herbicide, and diesel. So, sort of. But we're going to be using that. The planter I have, it does not use fertilizer, so we're going to have to spray all the fields with liquid fertilizer before we even plant, which is a bummer, but I'm not terribly, I mean, it's what we do, so I'm kind of used to it at this point. It's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal at any rate, but it's still something to just consider that it's still there. Now, in the near future, once everything is done, once I get, you know, the stuff I need on the farm and build a lot of money and pay back the loans, hint, things are going to go a lot smoother. This is my last field, official last field of corn. I did a live stream on it, but that was in October. This was a field that I wasn't sure if I was going to harvest now, but I realized I probably should. And I also have another field that's right over there of corn. But that would be it. The reason why I said that was my last field of corn the last time was because I wasn't sure I would actually be harvesting this now. I thought I still had a few more months. I thought it stopped germinating. I thought, you know, I would have time which I don't have. But anyway, I got that field. What I'm doing now is I'm right now doing tillage on that field, even though it has not been sprayed with fertilizer. So it still has the residue and stuff on it, which is fine. I'll be spraying afterwards and planting soybeans directly into this double till, which is exactly kind of what you want. This field, same thing. That's what's gonna happen. I'll just do tillage while that field's being sprayed, or I'll spray this field and then do tillage, and then I'll figure it out. But I wanted to get a video out letting you guys know that this is what we're up to. Thank you guys for watching. Luca out. Well, good morning. We are heading out to a lovely field, a field that I thought that I had already taken care of, and I didn't. So, I don't know how well this machine is going to run. I'm going to start it up. This is the 9630, hint, 9560 RT. I'm going to run this. I normally run the, whatever that implement is on the 9570R, but that one's out on the field right now with the chisel plow, the 2410 chisel, and it's out of fuel, I believe, or there's something we left out in the field. And that's a cornfield or a soybean field I have to harvest. So I don't feel like getting that machine and dealing with running over unharvested crops. So I'm going to attempt with this one and do some tillage just back at home. We got a cornfield here that we got to do, and then the one that we just recently harvested. So I'm going to go ahead and then start this one up. First time. And back this one up. I got to get that trailer adapter out of the way somehow. Now you notice we have a little chisel plow there for cultivating, but we already have a stone, so I don't need to put any more on the field. Turn on the radio. So we're just going out to this field here. Just here at home, we're gonna see how well this is technically a vertical tillage. So let's see how well this works. Let's see if I remember how to use this. 11th gear, I believe. Aim straight. Nope. Cruise control. Lower implement. Maybe. Too shallow, too deep. Or is it the 15th? The auto steer can't drive straight. I'll see you guys in a bit. So, I have no clue what it is, but I'm able to go somewhat straight. And this is not doing as bad of a job I thought it was. Now, I've been asked a lot of questions about this tillage equipment. Is why didn't I sell this when I barely even used it? And this is pretty much a brand new. Put that in quotes for you guys. That's pretty much a brand new implement. So why in the world did I go out of my way not to sell it when I was in such a big thing? Literally, I was in the negatives. I was at negative 888,400 and some odd $1,000 worth. So negative $88,000, that's below zero, and I'm right now positive 85. Yes, it feels amazing to be in the positives again, but still a struggle because Jim has now just told me he's out in the field, he finished up soybeans, and he now just told me that we're down on the truck. I don't know who to blame, and it wasn't me this time. But the truck had decided that maybe it was time to roll over on its side, basically, into a ditch. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. Now, what I love about this vertical tillage, as you guys know I'm doing passes, is this is roughly a 34-foot implement, and I ran a corn header with a 30-foot head. So I literally have to go where these, like every 2 of these passes, and I will have like a perfect pass in between. Just a heads up for you guys who likes to use implements with harrows and rolling baskets. And so I think this, no. How did I do this? That. So this is a 30, I forget what the thing is, it says John Deere on the side. That's only because it was green. It has somewhat the same thing, but I could have probably named it another brand. It's a nice implement, and it does somewhat of a good job. I had no problems with it. But Tillage Man Sam is gonna come out here with a tractor that I never ran before. It's a 9620 RX, I think it is, and I'm gonna be running their 2660 VT vertical tillage tool, and it's not at all the size. They're gonna give me a double size, so we'll get some cornfields tilled up. But it's an older version, so it's something like this. I'll show you guys as we hop out here and check the depth. The good thing about this, I don't have to put nitrogen out in these fields. It says it needs to be rolled, I know, but they're rocks. I don't have a roller, and they're crazy expensive. That's part of the reason why I don't have it. Ooh, that's doing not bad of a job. So, I'm actually thinking of this. Now, I don't think... Yeah, I do. Okay... No, I don't. Because I need a 6130. Is there even... This is the tractor I needed. So why did I get this one? And it wasn't even used, I don't think. Nope. No rhyme or reason why I got these. Was this his newer one I decided to get? 6930. I don't know why. So I decided to show you guys what it'll be. So this John Deere rolling basket. So this is the implement I am demoing. Roughly, it's a 2633 5-section disc cultivator. And it's similar to the one we have. This just has the rolling basket and it's in the cultivated state. But we're going to see how well this does. This is a 5.2, so roughly times that by 3.3, 50 feet. Ooh. So this is a 50 foot. Yikes. And the one I have is a 9.2. And there's my beautiful tractor. So you can see the passes I decided to do. They're somewhat even, but there's not much I can do about that. It's doing a nice job. It's pulling very nice. That's the one thing I like about it, is I don't really have to do much. And the harrow is not really picking on as much as I thought. So this is technically a ripper. But it isn't. What happened there? We have patches that I don't know about, and I don't know why. Look at that, it's doing a path. I had no clue why. Is that something I didn't fertilize? What is... What, just gonna do it again? So I'm gonna check the nitrogen. The yield was very good here. No, it decided to eat up all the nitrogen over the past year. But somehow me harvesting that all stayed. I harvested that big field and that all that nitrogen stayed. And I harvested that field and that stayed. Oh. So I guess the nitrogen isn't good. And I thought it was. So, the tillage somewhat went well. Folded up here. I don't know really what else my options would be. If any of you guys know what better implement I should run, definitely put in the comments. I'm thinking of running that ripper, but I doubt that would even go on that next field. Just test it out. Because this is a nice ripper. This is what I used. It is used, by the way. There is damage on it. Hook it up here. But see, look at it. It's a nice little ripper. And it's showing 1% damage. There is a lot more than that, obviously. I definitely was using it in the making and marketing, but it's nice. I mean, I really don't know what to say. So I'm gonna go out to this field off camera. Let's see if this would work. I mean, I'm kind of thinking. Ugh. Maybe not. Tailboard tracks, that's why. I can run 9 miles an hour, but it's pulling it hard, for sure. This is pretty similar to this 2100. But I don't know what other options I have. I mean, I'll give you guys a montage. well, that was your montage. The next episode you guys will see, I know this is a bit boring for you guys, but we aren't just doing tillage. There's nothing else I can do really, because Jim thinks that, well, that I should be doing tillage while he farms and drives trucks, and it's complicated. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I just want to finish this field up. Luckily I'm sitting in a nice leather seat, well, cushioned, it's not leather. But I will have the next video, the next upcoming videos, I'll have a lot of harvest videos coming out, because that's all we're pretty much doing now is harvest and tillage. After harvest and planting and all that bunch of stuff that goes on, because we're going to be doing some winter planting of soybeans and corn and maybe some wheat if I have it, or clover. But the main goal that we have right now is just not only kicking off fields so we can prep and so I can plant soybeans into this field, but also and spray nitrogen and stuff. But we're also, after harvest and everything is put away and equipment's gone, I will have an equipment tour, which has been a popular thing. I get it. I have over. Thank you guys so much though, because my first actual equipment tour, the last one I did on the Millennial Farmer Series, which is my first video, my first episode on the series, when Farming Simulator 22 came out and the map started coming out. There wasn't a whole bunch of mods that came out, so definitely a lot of things that happened and changed. I don't know, let me know if you guys want to see the equipment tour as to what equipment I am using, maybe you guys want to use, and hopefully you guys have sort of built this farm on the map, if I have led to that. Turn around here. It is a complicated map. This is one of the hardest things. I know what Mapper's Paradise is going through. Just getting the sheds and the placeables in the right position is very hard. And the fact how I had to map out this field the way it did. This used to be one big giant field, and I had to divide it into 3. It was not easy. So if you guys look at the nitrogen, if it pops up, you can see field 1, that's this whole big giant thing. Now obviously what has 0 nitrogen is where I placed all the sheds. And yes, I've tried to do a resample on it, you know, reset and sample. Like, look at, I can reset, nothing. So you guys look here, a whole bunch of this, you know, I had to divide. What happened here? Oh, lovely, I'm at negative $334,000, okay. Fine then, it'd be that way. So, you look here, I was pretty much going to have, you know, this just the way it is, but I had to divide this one. This one came a little bit close, so I'm just gonna pretend that this field 26 is part of that field. Not really, but it's just across the road, and I really don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But I also have no clue what I'm gonna do. This is a big field that is basically behind their home, their farm. I got this big field here. What I could have done was move it up a little, but his actual farm is by a dirt road. So that's part of the reason why I built the way I did. I could probably extend it here, but it'll look weird. I could probably chop down trees and extend it here, but that would look weird. I mean, there's options out there, as I'm driving the tractor and showing you guys what I mapped this out to be. You have this small little yard here, and then like small little things here, and me extending it out here isn't gonna really do much. And so it's a cute little field, practically what he has at, you know, at his real life farm. I mean, this is pretty much his real life farm, just the fields are a bit different, but it's one I'm gonna work around with. There's nothing else I can really do about it. I mean, he is by a state road, and that's what that is. But he also has this nice dirt road here, so it's interesting. I know it's a bit weird, but I also want to say huge thanks to one other person. He did not, contact me. The Millennial Farmer didn't contact me about this. This is, actually the Millennial Farmer a few years ago mentioned this, and I thought, you know what, that's, really a whole point. I know there's a lot of you guys that do watch this channel. Some of you guys may not. I don't know. So, I think really what I'm trying to say is there is one farmer that I know, not really, he's not a farmer, he's just a normal everyday kind of person that the Millennial Farmer kind of led me to watch is, let me see if I can find it, because I watched his video. And it really actually is inspirational. It will inspire you and tell you guys a little bit more about GMO and what it is, and kind of the whole shebang about what farming is. Really, I mean, let's see if I can find it. I'll get back to you guys in a bit.